Hey folks, Kev here. In the video I mentioned that Bergman Tool Company out of New York applied for the Bluebird name in the 50s. Well, they applied for a trademark of the block type lettering like these particular pliers have, but they actually applied for the name Bluebird with a bluebird in their logo back in the 1920s. So I wanted to clarify. All right, first of all, I'd like to clarify that I am not a sheet metal. I am not a tin worker. I'm not no good at doing HVAC work with duct work. I have tried it before, probably 30 years ago, and I never knew, and these are just old cheapos, but I never knew what snip to use, and it don't matter if they're good or bad. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. So I'll set them to the side just for general cutting of thin metals. I always liked using these. Came from my grandpa, Malco, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let me see if I can get them there. You can read it. I just always liked them. I mean, just for general junking around. Return spring on them's broken, but who cares, you know? My hands can bend. But I don't do it all day. And these Irwins here are great, and they're nice and sharp. But the story's about, a friend of mine brought me these as a shop present, and he got them right off the wall of an antique shop. And looking at them closer, you can see they're Bluebird 010. So I did a little research on them. They're a company out in New York. They applied for the name Bluebird like back in the mid 50s. So I know these have got some age on them, and it's not like they're super hard to find. But what impressed me most is just getting them off the wall. When he gave them to me, he goes, "Now, these are tin snips, but you might not want to cut too much tin with them because they're so darn sharp, you just hate to ruin that edge." And I don't know anything about maintaining edges on tin snips. I mean, I'm sure I could do some research and find out. I mean, I've sharpened, being a hobbyist wood carver, I've sharpened tons of knives, and I never really considered myself super good at that, even after I kind of learned the basics of a strop. But when he handed me these, he was showing me that just how good they actually cut. I mean, look how thin you can cut that. And then I know, okay, let's try it on tin or aluminum. Look how thin you can cut that. I was just impressed. I told him, I kind of made a promise to him. It's like when my dad used to give me stuff. He was like, "If you don't want them, you know where they came from. Bring them on back." And my friend was like, "These are tin snips. You can have them, but don't abuse them because they're so sharp." And I don't know if somebody, I mean, you can tell by the Bluebird name on it, unless it was just factory stamped like crap. Somebody has used these, but I don't know much on maintaining the edge. But I'm super happy with what these things are able to do. Yeah, I know I'm cutting paper, but if I want to cut paper, I can. And I don't know, not being in this trade or field, I don't know if that's what they consider sharpness or not. But the Irwins also do it. So yeah, it's not a miracle here, folks, but I think it is pretty cool that a tool this old, bought right off the wall of an antique shop, actually had a good edge on it. So anyway, I just felt I'd share that story. Bluebird out of New York. I think it was Bergman Tool or something like that. Made a great product and made a good story for me. All right, folks. If you like these kind of videos, love to have you join and subscribe, and try to give you a video about once a week if I can. Take care now. Bye-bye.